Alrighty. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Just getting situated here. Let's see. Don't need that. What the heck? Where'd it go? Trying to fix the volume of something and it's just not opening. Hello? Okay, we'll leave that for a moment then. Bum 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 bum. Alrighty. Howdy, Friday. Friday. I don't need that. I can close that. Apparently I can't. What is going on right now? Something is not opening. One moment. I don't even know what process to cancel. I don't see the process in my task manager either. What the heck? Yo, Final Fantasy do be taking up 70% of my GPU right now, though. Excuse me? This game is like 15 years old? What? Yeah, apparently I just can't open this program that I normally always have open every stream. Well, let me fix this real quick. Oh, well, that's not supposed to be there. 1 second. A blit. Blit. There we go. Forehead cam on. While I try to troubleshoot why this program won't open. Well, first off, why is all my Adobe Cloud stuff open? Get out of here, Adobe Cloud. Quit. Every day I close you and you keep opening back up again. No, go scroll up. What is happening? Me, if I fully close the stream deck and then reopen it again? Something is being very weird. Okay. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but there we go. That's something. And then my stream deck, please. Can you come back? There it is. Okay, yeah, just hiccuped, I suppose. All right. We're back. Oh my god, what is that gif? Bum 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 bum. There are so many memes today in Discord, I can't even... How do you keep finding me? So many, I can't even keep up. Oh yeah, new news. New news! Zodiark might be race changing to higher, and I think Ben is playing World of Warcraft with a default UI. What is he playing? Is he playing like Burning Crusade? He's killing a bunch of demons on screen right now. Is this boy playing Burning Crusade? I tell you. Oh, a hunt train must have just flown right past because my chat box is ruined. Yep, Shadowbringer's A train entering the zone. My god. Uh-oh, Zodiark just logged in. Is he a hume now? Or a higher? Or whatever. He might be. Alright, got the patch notes pulled up over here. That still shows, right? Okay, good. We're gonna go over those during the stream today, that's for sure. All right. Yes, yes, yes. This is all kind of the stuff that I'm doing usually before I turn on stream, but I'm a little late today, so I felt like I had to get going. I mean, an hour, just about an hour or so late. I am also trying to keep my window open in my studio room, even though it's a little bit windy, but it's also not hot out in Florida, which is nice. Well, I say that. It's low 70s, 72, 73, with a breeze, but that is far cooler than my room gets when my PC is running and streaming, so. Alright, we need to cap some tombstones real quick. I need to go spend some tombstones. I don't know what to spend them on. Let me go look. There are a whole bunch of new ways to spend some stuff in the patch coming up. Let me refresh the patch page. Maybe they've clarified a few things. Because there are we have the ability to just farm the current raid, but I'm pretty sure that means that it's not Savage, because it just says the raid, not Savage. What's up, Destora? I need to find something to spend some astronomy on, but I don't need any of this. Also, why does that... Probably buying something for, I guess, my caster? Because I don't need any of this. Or this. I already have the ring. And anything that has piety on it, I don't need. All I see in my chat is the last thing that was said is, thanks for all the nuts! Do I need some tanking pieces, maybe? Let me swap over to my tank. Schwash. Boop. I mean, 600, 600, 600. Earring. Earring necklace? Didn't I look at these before, though, and they're crap? Yeah, the earring is determination skill speed. Ugh. The necklace is crit tenacity. That's not awful. It's determination skill speed right now, so I'll probably buy the necklace. Got that Radz-at-Han drums in the background. 600, 600, 600, 590, 600, weapon. Can't think about that. I guess the necklace. The only thing I could really spend on besides just buying something else. That's not max crit. I lose all by determination, though. I don't know. Just by armor for a job. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. You burnt? Wait, you burnt your lunch. Did you bring lunch with you? Or are you, like, microwaving a burrito or something? Or are you heating up leftovers? Yeah, that earring is not great. Let me look. You hop on Summoner. A Summoner might use stuff easily or better than my tank. Oh, I'm on the wrong one, I think. There we go. Crit determination on the earring. Seems fine. Determination skill speed. I know, like, most casters, like Red Mage, won't want it. Crit direct hit on the bracelet. The ring is crit direct hit as well. Huh. Okay, that's not bad. So I'm not overmelding any of this crap. That's for sure. Oh, a pair of pants. Because the 580 caster pants the other day were wicked expensive. 130,000 gil or something. Yeah, you buy caster pants. Crit determination. Look at that. Totally fine. Get some radiant hose up in here. That's plenty spent. Okay. Radiant hose purchased. Oh boy, this looks like scale mail. Scale mail crotch. And this is just Moon Ward stuff, so I can just dunk it. Discard. Because he can't do anything else with it. Okay. Fix that glam. Glam not fixed. Where's the caster glam? There it is. Fixed. Very good. That's 580 min in all slots, I think, now. Yeah. That's one thing I do miss from add-on... Miss for add-ons in World of Warcraft is a add-on in this game that would put the eye level on the icons. I haven't gone very far beyond just Dalamud stuff, but I don't think there is one for that. There might be something on weekorago.io, Waggio. There might be one, but that would require installing more than I have. But a eye level on the items, on the tooltips would be nice. That's what... I don't know how long I lasted in World of Warcraft, or how I lasted so long in World of Warcraft. Rephrased. Without having that on. Considering how helpful those little quality of life features. And no, it's an alpha. F. I can't click on view sale history. Anything else sell? Looks like something did. Yep. Again, that retainer is just stuff for the free company. The other two retainers are stuff for me. What's up, Nico? Nico? I am off my game today, Nico. Even though Nico's got... Nico, you're Ifrit, right? That's you in Discord? You have two different names? Oh, wait. Destora said I have a shitty microwave at work, so it burnt my food. Yeah. What's up, Mutton? Sorry I'm a little late today. I think the ideal stream time start, I want to hit that 2:30 Eastern. Because then like 2:30 to 6 sort of fits that 3.5 hour block. Next week we're gonna have more streams. They'll probably be a little longer since it's gonna be 6.1 next Tuesday. So Tuesday alone will be a longer stream for sure. Although there will be spoilers if you are not current with the story of the game. Definitely doing that next Tuesday. Probably like a back-to-back, like a Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, because I have plans next Wednesday. And then there's also the Destiny raid footage. I'm about done cleaning up that to get that online, so I'll probably be releasing each boss individually and then one compilation of all of them with timestamps. I'm just trying to get them all online before I release them, so I just know that they're all done. So that's in the works. I'm probably going to be releasing some of our old first-time kill videos, like when we did the weapons, when we did Hades. I have a bunch of old footage, like from the archives, just put them up there online. So that's the plan for sort of the rest of the month, is get that stuff on the internet. Click on your profile pic in Discord, you can see all my aliases. Oh, really? Oh, I have streamer mode currently enabled, of course, so can't do that right now. I can't. It doesn't show anything. Mutton just got done playing more Core Keeper. Okay. Need to get to bed early because of getting to your brother's birthday tomorrow. Oh, Nico is your IRL last name? Is it spelt the same? Because that's actually kind of badass. The only other Nico I've ever known, I don't know personally, is the guy from Corridor Digital, Corridor Crew. One of the founding fathers of that little YouTube venture now that's blossomed into something far more is Nico. The guy with the fruffy curly hair. And it's the only other Nico I've ever heard. Other than, like, you know, the memes. Like... Like, you know, like, that's the only other place I've heard, you know. That's not you, I don't think. I don't think you're a a small anime child from the anime Love Idol. I don't think so. That's so I've heard it from there. But not yeah. Oh, right. There you go. But then your name is also different in Discord. But I see what you linked me. Indeed. Also, can we get some Fs in chat for Destora's burnt lunch, by the way? I forgot to say that. Hopefully it's at least still edible to be calories. Alright, I think we're going to start off with a little red mage action. I haven't done an alliance raid in a while, so let's jump in. Because it's adventure in need. DPS. So I was going to go buy some more food and such. Yeah. F's for Destora's burnt food. So sorry, man. It sucks. I was getting updates. My parents, they have 2 houses. About an hour plus across from each other. And one of them, they're cleaning out, sorting through, organizing, fixing this, doing that, all this stuff. My uncle and his wife just came and got the pool table out of my parents' home and brought it to their home, which is also like another hour plus away, but still kind of in Florida, right? So it's not super far, but obviously moving a pool table is no easy task. But anyway, they're sorting out this house to put it on the market, probably to sell it, to earn back a lot of what he's still this boy. But they're working through one of the houses to sell it, to make back a lot of the money, because the house has gone up quite a lot in value. It's the one kind of near Disney, so. But one of the things that they had to get repaired was the microwave. And the store having microwave problems made me think of this. Is that it's one of those microwaves that's sort of built into the wall, like built into the cabinetry in the house. Not just like one you have on a shelf, but like it's built into the whole apparatus. And had to have a tech guy come out 2 days ago to uninstall the entire microwave, fix the stuff that was broken with it, because they're like small nuclear ovens, basically, right? And then put it all back in. So just one of the many things to invest in the house before they move to sell it. But they're not easy. Microwaves are weird. The technology inside of a microwave is a little space age, that's for sure. We're gonna do some fates while we wait for this queue, I think. I've done all the side quests in Lakeland, so once I move on to the next zone, trying to slowly go through all the side quests at least in Shadowbringers and Endwalker on my alts, so I can use the XP on something. I'm not exactly like absorbing all of the quests. Some of them were kind of neat, But most of them are just like go somewhere, pick up something, come back. They really aren't very involved. There's only a few of them in each of the side quest zones that actually has anything really going on. I mean, it's not my house, Nico, so I'm not really flexing, but you just installed G-Shade, Gorek, or are you messing with the presets and stuff? I know Ben uses G-Shade. Ben uses it. I don't know what settings he has, of course. But he is using it. So he could be a person to ask about it, but there's resources online. Am I on free stance? Okay. There are resources online too to look up. Oh, my magnification didn't go off. That's why that didn't work. That's cringe. I guess I probably tried to do too many OGCDs in the opener. I guess if I need to wait. But Ben might have some suggestions. But there are also a few videos, probably within the G-Shade website, but also ones online. One of the pictures I posted to you the other day, that's from a content creator that went over their G-Shade preferences in a video. Because there's so many options. And I don't know if you want to do it all yourself, or if you want just to go after a preset. Just to have a preset put together for it. How is your Chocobo so cracked? What? Where I'm with Tanya barding. My Chocobo's max level. Is your Chocobo max level? Actually, I don't even know if Nico is even playing this game. But literally cannot gain any more XP. My Chocobo is fully prestiged to level 20. You level up your Chocobo normally to level 10, and then you have to prestige it 10 more levels to 20, so they get every skill. So when you put them on free stance, they have quite a number of attacks. But yeah, it's where I'm at Titania barding. Also, I dyed it lavender purple with the dyeing fruit feeding solver puzzle thing. Yeah, that has everything. Went and bought a bunch more Geshal greens the other day too. I just said, F it, let's buy 500. Yours looks like a potato. And I'd rather do it myself for the time being, and then I'm gonna ask Ben later and watch a video to make sure I squeeze every little detail out of the game. I mean, that's fine. I mean, really, all that I guess it kind of needs is just the shading to make the game not look as... The game is very pastel. If you haven't really noticed, probably have, that's why you're installing G-Shade. Final Fantasy default is very pastel in color palette. And I know I'm in Lakeland, so the pastel purples are very prevalent, but the game is pretty pastel. You just look at the Titania barding. This is also from Shadowbringers. But yeah, I haven't looked into G-Shade at all yet, because I know it also is a drain on your system. So I don't know if it would cause issue with streaming and capturing it. It wouldn't cause a problem for recording, but I don't want to suffer any frame drops or issues if I'm streaming it. So I just kind of go normal. I imagine there is probably some G-Shade options you can do that just improve the character shading, and it doesn't really impact the performance very much, but I have not looked into it yet, so. Oh my god. Hey, hello, just asked if anyone's coming back for 925. And yeah, no one's chomping at the bit to go back to World of Warcraft in 925. So I will be doing probably a live reaction watch along the 19th. I'm actually gonna prep some artwork for that right now and make sure I've got drive space to record. And so I don't know if the live version will be enough. I might have to have a recorded archive of it so I can edit down if I need to. But we'll do that on the 19th of April. Yeah, the Tuesday after 6/1 comes out. Do the live review reaction to the reveal. It's only going to be like a half an hour keynote, most likely, for the next WoW expansion. It's just going to be like what happens at BlizzCon, but condensed into just a pre-packaged video they're just going to push play on and then take the stream down, most likely. It would be weird if there was more than a half an hour. An hour tops if they have any live commentary stuff, if Ian wants to talk about the expansion. World of Darkness. F. But we will be live for that if you want to be here on the 19th. And if not, it'll be a video on the channel, so... So we'll see what happens. We'll see what they release, because realistically, the only major thing, because I don't really care enough about the story for that to be a deciding factor. I just want to see loot improvement changes. More loot from dungeons, more loot from raids, improving the Valor point system moving forward. I don't want as much borrowed power in the game. No artifact system that every patch you have to do the same content to keep upgrading it. Just... if they're going to learn anything from Vanilla or Burning Crusade, if they're as popular potentially as they were in bursts, or take something away from Final Fantasy XIV, deterministic loot, albeit somewhat slower to earn, is still such a better system. Also, they've got some ads running loose here with no tank on them. Help. That's really what I'm concerned about. That's the weirdest thing about trying to make like talking head discussion videos, is when I look through patch notes and things and upcoming releases, if it's not directly involved in systems or player or how you play your character or whatever, it's never really super interesting to me. Or not interesting enough, rather. And I don't feel like there's anything for me to talk about, because it's just like you can read the patch notes yourself and go like, oh yeah, okay. I don't feel the need to talk about every little thing that doesn't impact, you know, loot systems or job balance or stuff like that. Just how the kind of player I've always been. All my WoW testing back in the day was always like that. I was always just very much into the how things work. Does stuff work? You know, player power oriented systems and things. Oh, that's a little too close. Why did I get a Doom? Whatever. I stayed turned for the... unless Doom is not that mechanic. Thought it was. Stayed turned around. Waited for the cast bar to finish. And still got Doom. Whatever. This boss is such an awkward pug killer, though. I don't understand. Why does the tank keep... Well, many peoples are dying. Level 150, death. I don't know what's happening here. Is there no tank on the boss? Or if the tank is just running it around? Oh, it's not on a tank. No one is tanking it. It's on a Reaper. Ah, that could explain it. That would definitely explain. Okay, look away. Look, we're looking away. And now we're looking back. Okay. Does that mechanic not work like everything else in Final Fantasy XIV? Hello? Once the cast bar has filled on a mob's ability, you can then look back at them and or stand in the icky sticky, and you won't get the status effect. But clearly, letting the entire cast bar go and then turning around, you still get hit. Don't know. The Reaper is tank, right? Yeah, I don't know. That was super weird. I don't know why. Sometimes the tanks just don't. Like, our tank doesn't have tank stance on. That tank doesn't have tank stance on. This Dark Knight does. Okay. Are these tanks just being lazy? Okay, nope. Has tons of 90s. They're just being lazy then. Or they forgot. It's very possible they forget tank stance. Whenever you sink in content, your tank stance turns off. Which is... Some might say it's a little archaic, that that's just how 14 works because of the whole tank stance thing. But it's just how they have their... How tank stance work for tank swaps and stuff. Because you turn on tank stance generate threat, and you turn it off to not, so that you can pass aggro back and forth between that and taunts and shirk. So no, it's already dead. Oh, tried to cancel, but whatever. Cancel the cast anyway. At the start, Reaper was so broken I managed to pull aggro from a tank a few times. I don't think Reaper hasn't gotten any nerfs though, Nico. The only thing that was nerfed about the Reaper kit was the heal, I believe. I think everything else is totally accurate. Same power-wise, I'm pretty sure. Their Arcane Crest healing nonsense getting turned down. Notice how it's turned down, not turned down. Getting adjusted was very important because that was way too strong. Way, way, way too strong. Yeah, I think it's been a part of the last live letter too, or whatever, when they brought it up that Reaper is in the state they want it to, so they were adjusting other jobs. Like when they buffed the ninja multiple times and they buffed monk. And they're buffing samurai again in 6.1. I'm attacking the boss. By the time you push to the heads, you get like 2 attacks off, and then if the boss is done. Ah! I'm gonna look at the red mage balance and see when you use... When you're supposed to use Swift Cast or another instant. Because if you use it incorrectly, it cannibalizes a proc. Well, Samurai is doing well because it was buffed, right? And I guess they're not necessarily buffing Samurai. They are removing Kaiten, which some part of the community really likes that change. Other parts don't like that change based on at least the content creator circle that I was that I've been listening to lately. But what they're doing is they're removing Kaiten, which is the ability that samurais use to buff their finishers, and then they're making their big finishers just always crit. Now the notes say that the notes from the live letter said crit, not direct hit crit, or direct crit, depending on what vernacular you want to use. So direct hitting after it already crits will still be a bit of RNG. Unless the notes saying that mean it's going to be a direct hit crit, if they say that. But it's a very big difference. It's plus 50% damage all the time, or plus 75% damage all the time. They're also adjusting potencies on Samurai because they are removing Kaiten. And it's a good point, though. Lucy Pyre brings up in one of her latest cringe videos about Kaiten is a skill expression, which is what I originally thought too. It is clearly something that separates good samurai from great samurai. But the one thing they are losing is the animation then. Because the animation of Kaiten is part of like the OG CD weave that you do when you have those abilities. So that's the weird part about losing that part of the skill. Not just the damage, but the OG CD of the animation is going to be gone now. So your animation is just going to clip from whatever you're doing into your finisher without the the quick sheath drawing of your blade, of your samurai sword, your katana. Oh my god. F. We just live in this perpetual state of being sucked up and burped out. Much zucking, much burping. I will need another food buff during this, looks like. Alright, Cerberus. What group are we in? A? We're an ad group. Ad group it is. All the procs. No proc. Acceleration it is. No proc, Sag. It will simplify it a little bit, which is also part of the argument against those kind of things, is the simplification of Final Fantasy XIV over time is what some players definitely do not want to happen. Oh. Bum, bum, bum. I don't know if you ever need to really kill the gastric juice, do you? Also, that was a really unfortunate spawn for it. Other Wolfsbane's already dead. I need to attack to it. I need to swap to it, rather. Another one. Oh, that didn't hit me? Is that one of the tanks? Yeah, okay, he has aggro. The one Dark Knight that needs to get healed. There you go. We are not chain gang. Okay, that player's going for it. I gotta go quick. Unfortunate spacing. You want to tank the dog by the door. They should have plenty of time, though, to chain Cerberus back up. Looks like they did. No proc Sag. Like, I don't know if you just use Swiftcast like there to finish the combo so you can go into melee there. Because if you Swiftcast, it doesn't look like you get procs. So, I don't know. I've mostly been playing... Mostly been playing Red Mage by just learning how the class unfolds over time. I haven't really read anything about it just yet. Oh, the tank died. Indeed. That tank's whole group is dead. Little scuffed. Out of range. There we go. Little scuffed. This works, I guess, they say in party chat. Yep. We're getting close. We're at 48 material container 3.0s. Getting there. Next little turn in, I'll be able to get to 50. And I'll probably start saving up to do 50 of the other ones, just to make a, I don't know, a duo of it. It'll take a little while, though, of course, because I just need lots of greens to turn in. And that's what I've been dunking my poetics into, is I buy Crypt Lurker gear. And Crypt Lurker gear, augmented Crypt Lurker, plus the priority seal allowance buff, the 15% seal bonus, that brings it up to like 2,000. You get 2,000 Grand Company seals per turn in. So that's where I'm getting all the Grand Company seals to work towards that many material containers. Yeah, you have to run. Splamo. Yeah, definitely doing like a kind of a meme opening 50 crate video when I open them all. Alright, someone get the far back one. Ouch. I need a healing. Big Cloud. Not to be confused with Pink Cloud. And we get casts off on these things. People are actually attacking them. That's incredible. No, I wanted to tell... Oh, I got soaks. Okay. That's good. Many dark clouds handle it. Okay, we got there. I did finish the healer role quest the other day. We started the DPS role quest. That's what we'll start working on today a little bit. Which apparently it's not great. It's the one you go to Limsa Lominsa. Not just from chat here about it. But people in the community clan that have done it also said it wasn't that great. Maybe the weakest of the bunch. Join the Lala gang. No, Gret, stop. In the Samuel L. Jackson stare down face. I do not want any of this stuff. No, no, thank you. No, no, thank you. Okay. Yep. What's Scrappy say in guild chat? Oh, mapla. A mapla. That wasn't too bad. That was also a lot of XP. Good lord. I'm a level ahead of my trust avatars now. 650,000 plus 28k plus 1.67 million plus 226,000. Good lord. In other news, who is going to go see Sonic 2 and Tails and Schnuckles? That's his real name, actually. Over the weekend. Since that just launches today / this morning, last night. Anyone going to go see Sonic 2? Which may awkwardly be Jim Carrey's last acting role? I don't know. He announced / talked about the other day how he's probably done acting. Which, you know, okay. He is getting older and he's acted a lot for a long time. I think the whole Will Smith thing with the Academy, he did not like that very much. That's where the response seemed to all suddenly spawned from. I mean, that's also a weird side. Does that mean, like, is the Dr. Robotnik character in the Sonic movies, is that done? Because you know they making more. You know they making more. Wait, Pink Floyd has released another album after 28 years. Hello? What? No way. Is this real? This is real information? Pink Floyd album. Pink Floyd share new song, Hey Hey Rise Up. Okay. Pink Floyd reunite and premiere Hey Hey Rise Up video. Look at those grandpas. Band's first original music in 28 years. Pink Floyd's new single, Hey Hey Rise Up, is in support of Ukraine. Well, that's awesome. Interesting. I obviously cannot play any of it on stream here because it will demonetize and flag my entire video. Huh, yeah. And 100% you once it's released in Norway. It's not released in Norway. When is your release date for the Sonic 2 movie, Nico? Yeah, the news broke about the new Pink Floyd stuff quite literally barely 24 hours ago. A lot of these articles are only between 14 and 18 hours old. The song marks the band's first new original music since 1994. Look at those grandpas. Look at them. It's an extraordinary protest song for extraordinary times. Damn. Yeah, it's a Ukraine fundraiser. Apparently, say what you will about Fortnite and Epic Games, by the way. So the new season in the current chapter of Fortnite is kind of this war-themed invasion-y motif going on, where this organization is sort of invading the island that Fortnite happens on and whatnot. And they delayed to a certain extent, but because obviously releasing something like that in the media is and can be a little insensitive due to current events, Epic Games flipped that sentiment, and what they did was the first 2 or 3 weeks of earnings from the new launch of this current chapter of season 3. It's like season 3 chapter 2 or something. They are donating that to different Ukrainian relief funds. They made a big post about this, but apparently because it's Fortnite, they are donating like $143 million US to all these different Ukrainian support and relief funds. $143 million is like the largest donation from any organization on US soil, like a private organization, like a company. Obviously more has gone over there for like government to government, but like just company wise, it's pretty freaking wild. So again, say what you will about Fortnite. If you don't like it, if you like it, blah blah blah. If you don't like Epic, if you like Epic, that's still rather tremendous. It's pretty wild. Yeah. It was in some of the gaming news posts earlier this week. I was just checking. And the Pink Floyd thing, I gotta listen to that song later. I want to leave this post up. I probably should post it in that's the wrong. Yeah, let me put this in Discord so I don't forget about it, because I cannot play it on stream. It's got 3.8 million views already, and it came out last night, number 13 on trending. Just put that over here. Yeah, I'll have to listen to that later. Here's the official video for Hey Hey Rise Up, Pink Floyd's new Ukraine fundraiser, featuring Andriy. Is it Klyvanyuk? I don't know how to pronounce it properly. Klyvanyuk, something like that. The song is released to support the people of Ukraine. It sees David Gilmour and Nick Mason, joined by longtime Pink Floyd bass guitarist Guy Pratt. Yeah, and Nighton Sonny, I don't know how to pronounce these guys' names. On the keyboards, all accompanying an extraordinary... Oh, Andriy is the vocalist for this. It's from the Ukrainian band Boombox. All proceeds go to the Ukrainian humanitarian relief. Very awesome. There's more information. There's a lot more information about it in the YouTube link. That's the actual video link itself. Oh, I put it in Animu Butts too, so it's in the general channels. Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to this later. Yeah. Very excellent. That'll be something I will look into after stream today. All right, what are we doing next? Because it's just a bit of a shorter stream today due to the fact that I was late, but we've also done extra stuff this week anyway. Can you jump into the role quest for a bit? I think we'll maybe do the next piece of the role quest maybe, and then look over the patch notes. That's still awesome though. All right. The situation in Limsa Lominsa is not entirely grim, for the Secretariat at Maelstrom Command informs you that an increasing number of Sahagin have been freed from primal enthrallment and now seek peaceful relation with their neighbors. It is these newfound allies whose help Merylweb would enlist in further assessing the situation, and she requests you accompany her to a meeting at South Tide Gate. Yep, over here. This whole area up here is all Sahagin spawning grounds, all fish people, basically. Scrappy just posted a Sinbad gif in Discord. What the heck? Yo, the Admiral's just out here chilling. It's well past our agreed upon meeting time, but the Sahagin are nowhere to be seen. They did not seem the sorts to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the guards and search Halfstone for any signs of them. Are you just gonna walk? No, I was half expecting her to boot up a mount. That would have been cool. Yes, she is. Oh, the Sahaga is under attack. This is like a Tempest monster thing. The weird anemone rock goo thing. It's so weird looking. What is this thing? Yeah, it's from the Tempest. Nola's in danger. Quickly to his aid. Defeat the fell beast. Oh, there's one. Oh, she's defeating that one, and there's one over here now. Hello? Schwonk. What? Wobble. Whoa. Yeah. Only after you listen to that new Pink Floyd song, Mutton. That also works too. Take a nap, Scrappy. I would like some screenshots too, Gork, if you're still out there. Post some screenshots of what your game looks like with once you get G-Shade sorted out to your liking. I am interested. Many thanks, Shorewalker. Pray tell, is my companion safe? The other fishman? I believe so. The Admiral himself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return. Yeah, because all the other Sahagin around here are just... They're the other clan. But those weird anemone monsters are from the Tempest. Full HDR mode is enabled, and it looks crazy good. Relieved I am to see both of you safe. Had the Admiral not come to our rescue when she did, I shudder to think what would have happened. It's weird though, because there are storm recruits like right here. I assume this just happened when she walked out, I guess, because it's kind of strange. Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. Especially in places like the Crystarium. Do you have an HDR monitor and stuff too to make use of it? Because if you have an HDR monitor, your screenshot is not going to look the exact same way as you see it. But I am curious to see what you do with G-Shade, and if you really notice a huge difference. Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened, and yet it brought me no joy to watch them die, for unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago they were none other than our very own Spawn brothers. Oh. At first we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magic availed us not. Okay, this is showing us it's affecting the beast tribes too. I see. So it affects the beast tribes as well. Gotcha. Well, if not for hanging out on a Friday afternoon, but if not for the... It's way more important than me, that Pink Floyd song. But if you don't mind hitting the like button on the video and any past streams or other videos, or interacting in whatever way you find doesn't impede you too much, the like button is the easiest way to help me out here on the channel. Don't forget, it still seems like there's, I don't know if the algorithm is doing it to me, or if there's just like one or two people that keep going around and dislike spamming all of my videos, which, okay. But the likes and the support here is very helpful. There's plenty of stuff on the horizon coming out. It's just I have to working through things one step at a time. Oh, go are posting pictures right here. Yeah, see, so those images look really dark. This is what I was wondering about, because if you have an HDR monitor, you're going to have a different dynamic range, and these images look quite dark. I mean, increasing the contrast and crushing in that the light and darkness levels could definitely be a thing to make it a lot more moody. But also it could be, is it nighttime in the Crystarium right now when you took these pictures? Maybe if there's not a lot of ambient light, because G-Shade is very powerful, but you can go too far with it, I imagine. Maybe. Well, there's a like-dislike thing on YouTube where some of the stats are generated so that everyone's video doesn't always have 100% like ratio, but it's all just interaction. If people are liking your video, even disliking your video, commenting on it, etc., it's all helpful because it just shows YouTube that people are engaging with it. That's all. Little different than how things worked on Twitch back in the day, because that's just, there's nothing like that on that platform. But on YouTube, it's a little different. That's what HDR does, though. Nighttime, and HDR makes darks like real dark, and the same goes for daytimes. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have an HDR monitor. The MSI monitors I have are not HDR, so... So, Marrowweb. Ah, 'twas no curse, 'twas an evil like no other. Innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies? Pray, tell us more. That will be my area of expertise. Pan up, fade to black. Yep. Pan back down. Fade in from black. Turned into beast by the power of despair. This is horrifying indeed. Thus far, the phenomenon here in La Noja has been limited to the Sahagin. Why is that? Is it supposed to be this? Like, pish, I cannot say? And I wonder if the Crushing Tide are involved in some way. Is that a Crushing Tide a different... Is that a different warring clan, maybe? A different clan of Sahagin? I know not of this Crushing Tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It began when the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. So yeah, it's another tribe of Sahagin, I guess. That's what it sounds like, anyway. Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shorewalkers, and so deprived of her leadership, more of my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with Limsa Lominsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group called the Crushing Tide. Even now they seek to summon the Lord of the Whirl anew and consign all finless ones onto the briny deep. So yeah, it's fish people that only want fish people. However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so, denied the power they crave. They can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations. Okay. Just so. Those of our spawn brothers who turned into the beasts had been fraternizing with the Crushing Tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. Yet we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Guess we must consider the situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, are the Crushing Tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason? So they're tempered. They're a tempered batch of Sahagin. Gotcha. Were it not only so simple. All but a few are long since cured. They walk this path in their own free will. Okay, so some of them are not tempered and still believe in Leviathan. All right. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, a most capable ally stands with us, for this man has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. It's true. It's the Great Bacon in the flesh. Oh, God. Honored am I to stand in your presence. The Great Bacon. I haven't had bacon in a while. Sound off in chat. When was the last time you had bacon? How many days ago did you have bacon or bacon adjacent? How many days has it been? Because I think it's been easily over a week, if not longer, I think, for me. Yeah. Together we will weather the storm and usher in a new age of harmony. This I swear. There is much to be done. For now, let us return to the homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Pish. Indeed we shall. Until such time, I watch over my spawn brothers and pray that no more succumb to the change. Take a real good look at the blooming and how the color of the shard hits stuff around it. Like my character. Yeah, I know that was cool. It's just very dark, but that's if you're if it is nighttime. You had bacon 3 months ago? First off, how do you know it's been 3 months? Second off, 3 months ago? That's really cool. Just as long as it does, again, it's what I wonder about using that program and how it may affect your performance. Right? I don't know how much of a performance hit that may have on your system. Right? I'm not sure. Ben's all alone in Discord right now. He's all alone. There's no one there besides. Sorry, little Shrek. That's where that quote's from, right? From Shrek. Now, where are we going? To the aft castle. Have you decided upon the look for your character if you're going to go with a Higher or a Midlander? Gorek? Welcome back. Thanks to you and Noel, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenges we face. It's a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagin to learn all we can. Once I have located the blasphemy, I will have need of your strength. Till then, I ask you to remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have only begun to gather. I know it was 3 months ago because I had some days off, and they had your favorite type of bacon, turkey bacon. It's extra meaty. Things might be different overseas, like in Norway. But I'm pretty sure if you brought up turkey bacon over here in the States, you would not get the same reaction. Because turkey bacon is fine, I guess, but it's not. It's just not the same. My Reaper could use gear, but I don't play my Reaper as often. Usually, I play my ranged characters more often. But did you use the benchmark tool, Gorak, to make your character? So I guess the Midlander and Higher are the same, like both human, but there are some differences between them. Like it's just I don't know if it's like skin tones and hair colors and stuff that are the main differences between the both, but they're both human models. Just normal human folks instead of being, you know, a bunny. Because even in the Viera, there's two different. They're mostly just like color swatches or different palettes and stuff. All right, let's start this next piece of the Crushing Tide. The Secretariat has recent developments to share. Your timing could not be better. I haven't moved. The Admiral has just this moment returned from a meeting with the Sahag, and I shall inform her of your arrival. So you looked at Midlander then? Okay. Ah, man, I'm glad you're here. We have decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face two distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been affiliated with the Crushing Tide, who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I'll propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. Very similar to what was happening in the other... Are all of these quests somewhat similar in their overall structure? Because I'm getting that vibe. The Highlander didn't have good eyebrow options. Oh, really? Okay. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the Crushing Tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table and then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. My nose itches. A key point is the drawback to having my window open. Even though it stays cooler in my room, it does not help the allergy situation. A key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land from their spawning or for their spawning grounds. It's a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. 'Twill be no easy task, but we succeeded with the kobolds, and I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagin as well, so long as we parley in good faith. I'll be optimistic, I guess. No need to be Debbie Downer. You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try, at any rate. Noel has sent word that one Dow, a priest who styles himself the leader of the Crushing Tide, has grudgingly, good gracious, what a terrible word, agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the Sapsa spawning grounds, and would you have you at my side. My brain today. If you do not object, that is. Excellent. In that case, pray join me at the South Tide Gate when you are ready. For there, we'll go together. Do I have to remove my soul crystal for... No. You just take off your gear on the left side. You just take off your clothes, basically. You all take off your rings and your necklaces and stuff, I don't think. Although, I guess it doesn't hurt. So you just take off all your gear, no weapon, leave your soul crystal on. Why it's doing that is because it's going to change your character model. And they make it so not every character model is the exact same, vertices for how all the armor clips together on your character, right? So when you go to change your race or change your gender, it just makes so you take off all your gear so that it, I guess the process doesn't break, I suppose. Let's go pew some laser beams real quick. And look at the patch notes. I will say that there really aren't spoilers in reading through the patch notes, except for some of the pictures of the characters, perchance. But that's pretty light overall, and it really is only a few of the pictures. I keep getting Aurum Vale. Oh my god. Is this a new tank? No. Not new, but not super progressed, I guess. Please square, I beg you, a non-ARR leveling dungeon. Yeah. Didn't we just do this the other day, too? I was like, let's jump into a quick roulette to get some materia. And then immediately it was Aurum Vale. It's pretty funny, though. The dancer in chat is just like, just let me have my skills. Yeah, I wonder how the skill update on Tuesday will be. Ah, stun him. Ah. Because the ARR update, or at least part of it, is on Tuesday. And there are a lot of adjustments to both jobs at lower levels, which this is level like 49, and there are adjustments to a lot of the dungeons. Now it's only the ones tied to the main story, which I can't remember if Aurum Vale is Aurum Vale main story. I can't remember if you actually had to do this dungeon back in the day as part of the MSQ. This dungeon is still a pug killer. I have had many a rough time in this dungeon. There's a way to remove the chain on your forehead. Can't see the option to remove it. Chain on your forehead. I'm afraid is that a cosmetic thing on your character, or I don't know what you're looking at. Are you making your character right now, Gorek? Because my first thought is that it's that could just be a cosmetic thing. The chain on your forehead. I mean, there's no chain on my forehead. You see how much forehead there is? I mean, that might be tied to a hairstyle. That may be tied to a hairstyle, Gorek, so that it might not be able to be removed. Just gonna go through and see if it changes with hairstyle stuff, maybe. Or if it's an accessory, potentially. Like a cosmetic accessory that's built in. To respond to a message real quick. Don't die on me, Gunbreaker friend. It is tied to the hairstyle. Yeah. That's what I was wondering. Those kind of things look like they're just built-in cosmetics. And I'm pretty sure when you make a character, there's no other options in the game. The only thing I think of is that there are other hairstyles that you unlock, and that you can only utilize those hairstyles if you use the aesthetician, which is the barber in the game. I'm pretty sure they don't show up on the character selection menus, so there may be additional hairstyles and stuff that you don't have access to. There is a way to look at them. I have a website that I can link you. But at the current moment, I am a little bit busy with this dungeon, so I can check it after I have a moment. But those hairstyles are going to come from... There are going to be some that are Mog Station. There'll be some that are bought with MGP. That are some that are from different content currencies. But I don't think... Even if you have those unlocked, I don't think they're on the Create a Character menu. Looks kind of like you IRL. Uh-oh. Nothing can be that handsome. What are you talking about? I don't believe you, but I think we need pictures. Yeah, my character looks like me IRL too. Do you see the similarities? Ouch. That's cool. I know you were liking the Aura. I went Aura first as well, but when Male Vieira came as a playable race, just had to. Part in part because is Bun Boy, and other part is because I think I was getting tired of watching my kind of grumpy looking Aura face. They do be looking a little grumpy, like all the time, so. Banana, 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 bam, bam. Was that monk actually new? Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't realize. They are a sprute. Indeed. Oh, would you look at that? Gorek just lost his sprout the other day. When we were doing the weapon trial last night, Gorek was no longer a sprout. Nope. Although, that boy still has a lot to learn. A lot to learn. Still a clueless dumbass, he says. Yep, yep. You're in Aura right now as well. You're planning on changing to Lalafell to fit my potato IRL image. Oh, are you a potato IRL too, Nico? You be careful talking about being a potato. You're gonna summon Gorehowl. Gorehowl is an elusive potato in Discord right now. He doesn't come by and hang out. There we go. Hit him with the GGs. Open that. Don't need. Give that to the tank. Did a fine job. Here's the new me. Yeah, I wonder if you can get rid of that headband thing. I don't know. Here's the website. One moment. Let me get you the website that you can look at all the hairstyles. Where is it? Ba, ba, ba. Mm-hmm. That's not it. So there's a website called FFXIV Collect. And on that site, I just dropped the the hairstyle page. You could look at all of the hairstyles. If they do have the little money symbol on them, it will show you if they're on the market board and how much they cost. Some of them are very cheap, others are very expensive, like 1,000,000 gil, for example. If they don't have that, then it tells you where it's from. So those are all the additional hairstyles. Not all of them are still even in the game anymore. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah. They're not all in the game anymore. But that is a helpful resource if you'd like to give that a peek. Shows you where stuff is. Alrighty. Quick trip to the gold saucer, and then I think we'll wrap down today with looking through the patch notes. Well, the preliminary patch notes, rather. But yeah, if that specific hairstyle that you are now wearing has that headband in it, then I don't think you can change it. Unfortunately. But it's just part of the head, I guess. Yay, 180. A 1, 2, 3? Nope. Banana. Wow. 180, 119, and 119. Garbage. Absolute garbage. Yeah, if it doesn't bother you much, that's fine. That do kind of be looking like you, though. That's for sure. Don't show Scrappy, though. He's just going to get jealous because your character in-game now is so much more handsome than his train wreck. It's Kitty in the box. Hello, hello. All right. Let us look over some patch notes. See how to bring these up on the screen so they're not super in the way. Let's see. I will not watch the trailer in case of the spoilerinos. And I'm going to scroll past the new quests. Yeah, so the starting off for the patch notes is the new main scenario quests have been added, and they do show where the first quest starts, but then all the rest of the quests are all question marks. So the new MSQ that starts will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 full quests. For the new MSQ, 10 quests, which again, 10 quests in this game could be 2 hours, highly unlikely, or 6 hours. Additionally, the Chronicles of a New Era quests have been added, which leads into the Alliance raid, Myths of the Realm Part 1. And this is a 4-quest series that will open up the first wing of the raid. And then new role quests have also been added. These role quests, however, players must first complete the main scenario quest of Endwalker, and you also have to have the tank role, melee DPS role, physical ranged role, magical ranged role, and the healer role quest all completed. This is a 4-quest series that happens after all of them are done. So that's what we're working on now, is I have a lot more of the role quests to get through. There are quite a number of them. But it does show you where it starts. I'll bring this over now. Let me line this up. Bear. Can I squish this into the corner here so it's not... There we go. So my character's still on the screen. Alright. So the new chapters have added the New Game Plus. So Endwalker are broken up into 2 parts, as well as the role mastery quests, and then the tank role quest, and then all the melee physical. All these have been broken up. The Reaper quests and Sage quests are broken up as well. It's so weird how my translation thing pops up sometimes. It's like if I highlight like this. Yeah. I have a auto translator because actually on my top bar here I have a website that follows Final Fantasy XIV news, but it's all in Japanese. So I have to translate the text to read it at all. So certain main scenario quests from Realm Reborn have also been revised. In accordance with changes to various dungeons and trials, certain quests have been revised. The adjustments will not affect the overall story. So a lot has been updated in ARR now. There's now this new Operation Archon and the Ultimate Weapon. And the New Game Plus will also have these changes involved. Yeah, please refer to the duty list if you're currently undertaking a Realm Reborn. You may find that the quest information has been updated and the quest has been changed. It will ask you to abandon it and accept a newly designed quest. Some crossbar and hotbar updates for controllers. Character portraits have been implemented for battle dialogue during instance quests in the 5.x series. Okay. So now instead of having the text pop-ups with no one in it, they have the new Endwalker text box. That's cool. The report area for a leave will now be displayed in the information section of the leaves journal entry. The report area, I guess where you go to do it. Adjustments have been made to the journal entries for Fishers. Fisher updates. New items are available in exchange for bicolored gemstones to the gemstone trader in each area. So I've finished my gemstones for Endwalker, but I have not finished my gemstone unlocks for Shadowbringer still yet. Rewards in the Excitotron 6000 have been adjusted. So this is what we were doing the other night. And I wonder what they're doing for this. If they're making... Is this a good adjustment or a bad adjustment? Are they nerfing things? Are they adding more to it? Literally no details. This is the preliminary patch notes, though, so I wonder if they'll have more information on the real notes on Monday when the servers are down. Because the servers will be down for a whole day. And they post the full notes then, so I'll have to look back on this and see what they've done to the Excitotron. And now the animation for the Decipher action has been changed, which is when you decipher a map. Now I guess you pull up a map. That's kind of cool. So a new charge symbol option has been added to the company crests. Okay. There's another... Okay. This is PvP crest systems for your little icons. Yeah, new craftable items added to the company workshop. So there's like a candy freaking gingerbread house you can make your house look like. Weird. Following additions and adjustments have been made to the subaquatic voyages. Oh, adding new areas and items. And submersible rank increased by 5 levels. Huh. I know I haven't been keeping up with the airships and the submersible stuff. But that's crazy that they've added a little more content to those. Which I assume you'll need to make this house. Because if this is a company crafted house... You'll need stuff from your own voyages. So yeah, plots of land in the Imperium can now be purchased. This is the new housing zone in Ishgard. So Oceania Data Center now has all the plots available. So I guess this is the past ones. Past plots, not the new ones. The new lottery system for buying houses is implemented. Every housing district will now have dedicated wards for private and free company estates. So every housing district now is going to get restructured so there is free company ones and private ones, because right now they're all mushed together. Basically, you go to a housing ward and there are free company houses mixed in with private ones. Looks like they're setting those up. They're splitting them apart. And to prevent the reselling of plots, players must now remain in a free company for a minimum of 30 days before they are allowed to purchase a free company plot. This is to help curb people that are just... The black market of house flipping is awful, and they're trying to curb it a little bit. The designated price for plots will no longer be reduced over time. Yep, houses are now a flat cost. They don't have any fluctuation. And yeah, furnishings from the Final Fantasy XIV Furnishing Design Contest have been added. these are player-made editions back from 2019. They did a contest where you designed, so this little Moogle parfait, I guess this bed stuff, and the ivy, this lamp, this bench. These are player-designed housing furniture stuff. I like this chalkboard with the cactar and the chocobo on it. That's cute. The chocobo cuckoo clock. And they also added more stuff themselves. This is only a few pictures. I'm sure they added dozens of things. There's just never like, we added 2 things. It's always like 20. New orchestrion roles, which is fine because there's new stuff in the game. The location and duty names previously omitted to prevent spoilers will now be displayed. So going forward. New aquarium fish. That's a freaking dinosaur. New paintings. New seed for flower pots. Okay, so new indoor new indoor. Yeah, so a new indoor plant. Okay. New prizes are available for purchase using MGP. Yeah. Players must first complete the Chronicles of a New Era quest, Brave New World, in order to exchange for Pod 602. This is the near mount pod thing. But apparently it's you buy it for MGP. Triple Triad has new cards and a new NPC opponents. New NPC opponents is an S right there. Okay. So Hrothgars have new hairstyles, which apparently Zepla hates. They're just awful. Mostly because they hide. This is a little bit shitty. So if you look at the picture below, this is a Hrothgar face. They have big, like, big cat ears. Like big cat, big ears. And apparently in the new hairstyles, they just put other hairstyles over top of them and clipped their ears off so that they're hiding under the hair, which maybe you want to play a large cat man and not have your ears showing. But it is a little weird because they have large ears in the first place and they're just gone in the new hairstyles. So... And then male and female Vieira are getting new hairstyles, so it basically means they took other hairstyles in the game and stitched them in to work on male and female Vieira because they gotta account for the ears and stuff. This is the new crazy system happening, the new duty support system. Allows solo players to tackle duties with parties of NPCs. This right now is only up through the base game of ARR, so 2.0. And it's not for every single dungeon. It's only for the main scenario ones. And right here in this picture, this is the ARR symbol. But then eventually they will add in the patch content for ARR in the next update. And then they'll add Heaven's Ward. And then they'll add the Heaven's Ward patch content. And then they'll add Stormblood. And then they'll have the Stormblood patch content. And then you'll have all the symbols in the top here. Because this is just ARR. And then it goes Shadowbringers and Endwalker. Which is the current system we have right now. Is the trust system, and that's all being updated to the new duty support system so that a lot more of the game is solo friendly. So this is all the dungeons that are currently affected. These are all the ones we currently have in the game. These are already in. But these are all the ones that are now being adjusted for Realm Reborn. Which is neat. And the following adjustments have been made to the trust system. So scenario mode, which allows you to progress to the main scenario dungeons from patch 5.0 through 6.0 with a party of NPC allies, have now been incorporated in the duty support system. Yeah, so the trust system essentially is gone. It's all just duty support now. You may continue to challenge previously completed main scenario dungeons with a party of NPC avatars via the trust system. So it's all just in the same place. So yeah, here's the Unending Codex. Gives players easy access to a compendium of vital information about in-game terminology and characters. So I wonder if it's only going to update when you've met these people or done the quests for them. But it's going to have a huge block of text and updated stuff about who all these characters are. And a whole bunch of like a glossary of terms, which is really nice because there's lots of lore in this game and it might be overwhelming for people. So this is Wondrous Tales has some updates. So prizes available for gold certificates, silver, and bronze have been adjusted. They just say adjusted. I don't know if that means some things are expensive, more expensive, or cheaper, or they've added stuff. That's fine. They've also changed how the Wondrous Tale Journal will now allow you to select from more than one duty to earn the seal, which is nice. So now it'll just say like binding coil, second coil, or final coil, instead of saying a specific one. If you do anything from that raid, you get the seal, which is neat. So if I hop into game real quick here, I actually don't have a book. Now that I noticed it, I don't even have a freaking book. So I can't show you. Never mind. Rip. But right now in the game, it'll tell you need to do like Alexander the 7th raid. Instead now, it'll just have the 3 pieces, right? So it's Gordias, Midas, and the Creator for Alexander in particular. Now, if you just do any one from this, you'll get the seal for it, which is nice. And they're just broadening it because there's more content being added, and they don't want to pinpoint these one individual thing, which is nice for your weekly unlocks, basically. Little winding on the moon right now. Fox Hollows is coming back, which will be a cool thing for us to do for raid stuff. This is an old encounter that has been brought up to current power level, and it's something you clear twice a week, and you do this little cool mini game where it's called Fox Howl. It's like a matching game, and the better you do on your card, the more rewards you get. It's all for like cosmetic stuff. So this troll mount, for example, is from the Fox Hallows, but it's the new Ultima's Bane. But we did the Whirl Eater a couple of times, Leviathan, before Shadowbringers left, just to get a taste of it. But essentially it's the same fight, just scaled up to match our current power. So I get to do it again for real, basically. That'll be fun to do on resets. Sightseeing Log got an update now, so the visual effect for completing an entry for a vista in the Sightseeing Log has been changed. Looks way better. The Sightseeing Log right now is kind of crap. Whoops. So I haven't done a ton of them, but like this is all it shows. Like this is it. Like you can't view anything else. It's just this little picture and a little bit of blurb. This is like all it shows you. And I've gotten some. I haven't really gone out of my way to find them. But there are lots, if you were interested in this, in the Sightseeing Log. But it looks like it's getting quite the overhaul here. Has like an actual little record tab. And it looks cleaner than just the in-game UI. That'll be neat. And they're also categorized by expansion now. This is cool. You see how this image has Realm Reborn, Heaven's Word, Storm, blah, 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 blah. This is just like a giant blob. Look at this. It's just a blob. Like, you can't even... Everything is color-coded, kind of, I guess. But it's all just this... It's too big, so now they've broken it down into the categories. This is really nice. There are a bunch of new emotes, apparently, that have been added. This is like a... Yeah! I don't know, like ready for battle kind of a thing. All right, battle systems. So yeah, they had said adjustments to actions, trait, and status effect descriptions have been made. Okay. And additions and adjustments have been made to the job gauges. So the appearance of the dancer's esprit gauge when filled to 50 or higher has been adjusted to be more discernible. These are the base job gauges in the game. So in the middle of my screen right here, I have the card draw for Astro, for example. That's what they mean by job gauges. The one above my mana is something that I've added in with a plugin to give me a dot timer, basically. And the sound effect played when the bard's soul voice gauge reaches 100 will now also play when the gauge reaches 80, which is when I guess you want to do stuff is at 80. New dungeon added, which of course is hidden. 560. Damn. 560 eye level. Damn. There is the new Minstrel's Ballad, which is the third trial of the main scenario. And then an Ultima down here, which is the Fox Hallows. which is 565 eye level. Okay. Also, I don't know what this means. You can be revived in battle after being incapacitated by failing the following duties. These must be... Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. So in the naval... Well, this is Titan, right? Titan or Ravana, Limitless Blue. These are all places where you fall off and die, and you cannot be rezzed. So they've added spawn points. So when your body falls, you'll die, but then I guess you'll be back up top, so you'll be able to be rezzed. Okay. Instead of just being dead forever. That'll help, like, duty roulette stuff. That'll be fun. And they've made some adjustments to the Herace Fulgur encounter in Sorkai. The platforms will not be destroyed anymore, but his cauterize effect damage has been increased. I guess if you're on the wrong platform, right? Yeah, the weekly restriction on rewards from Pandemonium Asphodelos has been removed. Now, this is just normal mode. They would be very specific to say Pandemonium Asphodelos parentheses Savage. This is the base raid, meaning that you can just spam raid encounters to get the glams. This happens naturally over time, to my knowledge, is that the raid at first is one token per boss per week. So you get 4 tokens a week. Now, after a certain period of time, now you can just use it for a catch-up mechanic. This does not apply to the Unsung Blade, but they have nerfed the amount needed from the Unsung Blades to 4, down from 7. So you need 4 weeks to get your Stepping Stone weapon instead of 7, which is nice, because I can get 2 weapons next week now instead of, or no. Yeah, that'll be nice. But then if you also want to get 580 gear from the raid, you can just farm the bosses now. People will now need potentially on more things, so it might be a little harder, but the raid encounters all take, 5-6 minutes, not a big deal. Gunbreaker, Dancer, Reaper, and Sage weapons are now available from coffers that appear after completing the Minstrel's Ballad Thornton's Reign. So they've gone back to Heaven's Ward and added weapons, but Thornton's Reign, these are part of the new Ultimate Trial, because I would assume they're part of that loot table as well. They had to go back and make weapons for them. They didn't exist before, so the new weapons, cosmetic at this point. The new Alliance raid has been added. Aglalia, or Ajleia, probably Ajleia, now that I sounded out in my brain a little bit. New Alliance raid, 565 or above. You have to complete the new mission quest, then you'll get this mission to unlock and go into it. Players can earn a reward, a separate reward once per week, 2 cracked. Okay, so you get 2 chunks of materia and the coin, and the coin can be exchanged in Radz-at-Han for items to enhanced equipped purchased with elegant tomestones of astronomy. So it's the other upgrade currency that you get for gear catch-up that Savage Raiders normally have access to way earlier. So you can upgrade your astronomy tombstone gear. How do you show your name while G-pose is enabled? I don't know if you can, Gorak, actually. Like, show your name above your head? I think G-pose turns everything off. So I don't know if you can, actually. But I've only messed around with G-pose so much. That might be a something you need to search for. I'm not sure. So the items required to enhance the equipment purchased with Tomestones of Astronomy, Radiant Twine, and the Radiant Coating. So only Coating and Twine can now be purchased from the following vendors. So this is to upgrade your left side and right side armor, so accessories and gear. So you can do sacks of nuts, which I'm capped on in preparation for this. They're probably 3,000 for a twine and 2,000 for a coating. That's how it was in Shadowbringers. And then the 1 coin you get each week. So yeah, I'll be able to upgrade all of my gear to 600 on the reset then. Most likely. Which is, I'm only 2 pieces away in the first place, and I was just waiting for the drops from Savage, but random. Following duties have been added to the Raid Finder, so the 2 new trials, yep, and the 2 new following duties have been removed. Oh, moved to the Duty Finder. Oh, yes, these will pop up now in the trial roulette. The 2 ones, okay. Which are the first 2 trials of Endwalker, makes sense. Once you have them unlocked, anyway. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in the event all party members are incapacitated during the following trials. Okay. Each time players restart the aforementioned trial, you'll be granted 10% Echo, up to a maximum of 50. Yeah, so Echo wasn't currently active with those, so now it is for catch-up. Okay. Enemy locations have been adjusted in 3 zones. All right. The duty roulette for expert just has the new dungeon added to it. That's fine. Required average item level to register for the duty roulette has been increased to 560 to include the new dungeon. Sure. And they added it to the mentor roulette. Sure. When challenging or a duty with an unrestricted party, a vote to abandon the duty may now be initiated at any time. Okay. They've added some Stone, Sky, Sea updates. Okay. That's like a training dummy, target dummy thing for raids. And then here is the huge list of adjustments for A Realm Reborn dungeons. So they've made adjustments to graphics and collision in certain areas of A Realm Reborn dungeon. I think from what it looked like, they had cleaned up all the MSQ ARR dungeons to not be so crap. So Copperbell Mines, the first dungeon you'll do, they've updated all 3 bosses, and dungeon mechanics have also been adjusted. So these will be a little bit more refreshed and not as crap as they currently are. Someone noticed that the map of the 1,000 Miles of Totorak, which is one of the dungeons that was shown up in the live letter, looked way more updated to the current way that dungeons are, so a little more linear and not as sprawling and ridiculous. Yeah, extensive changes to general progression throughout the dungeon have been implemented. Yeah. Positioning of monsters, things have been adjusted. Map layouts being adjusted in Brafe locks. The route through the dungeon has been adjusted. The positioning of the certain treasure coffers have been changed accordingly in the Darkhold. Yeah, they've cleaned up a lot of these to make them more streamlined. Now it's only the ones that are part of the MSQ, not the other ones. So yeah, and the Praetorium now has been changed to a 4-person regular party. Same thing with the Castrum Meridianum, also a 4-person party. So now the battles with the different parts have been adjusted, as well as the general progression changes for the entire dungeon has been changed. Yeah, so Ultima Weapon and La Habrea now are not part of the Praetorium any longer. So it'll end with the Gaius fight. And you can also skip certain cutscenes. Interesting, because you're in a 4-man party now. So yeah, Ultima and La Habrea now. Yeah, the Battle Ultimate Weapon has been removed from the Praetorium and reinstated into the Porta. Is it Decumana? It's a new. Is it a trial? Or is it a solo duty? The Ultimate Weapon La Habrea encounter. And then Cape Westwind and the battle with La Habrea in the Praetorium have been removed. Each has been reinstated as separate instanced battles. So Ultima Weapon will be a low-level trial, and La Habrea and the Cape Westwind now will be solo duties. Obviously, they're nerfing the rewards for these activities because they're not as difficult anymore or not as long. Yeah, Cape Westwind removed. Display of target indicators for certain battle mechanics has been adjusted in a couple of dungeons. Okay. Yeah, so now you have Castrum, Praetorium, and Porta. Decumana. And it looks like Castrum Get out of here. Latin. Castor Meridianum is 350 poetic, so maybe this is the longer one now. Praetorium, 100, and then... Or no. That's weird. This is the when you duty roulette it. Maybe it's 350 poetics if you do... Huh. I don't know. Because it looks like the red text is the new one, but then it flips on the bottom here. Maybe it's not in order properly. We'll see. It's just that there's 3 dungeons now and 2 solo duties. For what there was now. Oh, this is new, yeah. So it'll take longer for the screen to darken after a party is KO'd during the following duties. This is all the Endwalker content. So, experimental feature that allow players a grace period to better identify and understand the reason behind the party's KO. It may be applied to other duties or otherwise adjusted in the future. So now instead of right now, if you wipe in a encounter, it just like it fades to black so quickly. I'm assuming the experience will be changed too, Nico, because they're no longer larger activities. They're all shorter now. And they're also 4-man, not 8-man. I'm assuming that the XP would be all nerfed compared to what it currently is. It'll be more in line with probably just a dungeon amount of XP, yeah. This will be interesting to see how this works out. How much longer the screen stays before it fades away. Oh, yeah, they've done something to the Epic of Alexander to prevent illicit activity. I guess there was some bug or some cheese going on. They've adjusted Bosja and Zadnor a little bit. Experience points earned while completing the Dalriada have been increased, and experience points for completing the Battle of Castrum Lacus Latoria have been increased. And they've added the Lost Finds caches to both the Dalriada and CLL. So not just whichever the other one is. Can't remember. The Feast is being removed for now because the new PvP is coming in. Rival Wings is being temporarily unavailable because the new Crystalline Conflict is coming in. Basically, Final Fantasy XIV Overwatch. That is what is coming in. There are 3 maps. They also, you have to do the A Pup No Longer starting Grand Company quest. There's casual matches, custom matches, and ranked matches. The Tactical Crystal. Yeah, it's push the payload, basically. It's push the payload, it locks into these corners on either team side. The match lasts for 5 minutes, but the timer does stall if the game is currently in a draw. But it does look like matches will only ever really last sub 10 minutes. I don't know if you can make the match draw for too long. But these matches will be pretty quick. Between 5 and 8 minutes long, I imagine. There are jump glyphs. There are these sprint zones where you run really fast around the corner. There's also like Bomberman eruptions in certain map places, or freaking tornadoes to change things up a bit so it's not just a stalemate. Yeah, there's items on the field to pick up. There will be seasoned ranked matches, tiers of how you progress through the rankings. I guess there's a ranked system and rising stars, which is rather than ratings to indicate progress within unranked. So even unranked has a progression system, but just to show how much you've played, I suppose. And then there's the crystal tier, which is beyond, way up here. So yeah, non-ranked, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, crystal. It's very common right now. This is the new armor set you can earn for the crystalline conflict. Looks like the Soul of Cinder from Dark Souls 3. There's other rewards and stuff you get for leveling up. There's basically a seasoned rank track thing for PvP, and I'm totally down if the people want to queue for it for rank stuff. I'll give it a go. Made some Wolf's Den adjustments. This is like the PvP area, because obviously they had to add the new PvP vendor stuff. Some adjustments to the quick chat thing, so you can communicate with your team without talking. Yeah, they've removed all of these just to make it just these few. Yeah, updated some UI stuff because the feast is gone for now. There is a new PvP cosmetic event. It's this crossover with this like Super Sentai-esque Japanese TV show called Garo, G-A-R-O. So you can earn these new cosmetic armor sets, which is pretty cool looking. And then they added ones for Gunbreaker and Reaper gear. And Samurai, Red Mage, Gunbreaker, Dancer, Reaper, and Sage achievement titles have been added. So they updated the event. This is from a few years ago, but it hasn't been back in the game since. New items have been added. Obviously, this is probably the raid gear from the new Alliance raid. Very gold and black and gold and white, gold and gray. The tank set is the one here in the middle where I'm currently mousing back and forth. Because when they show this off, it's actually like a see-through cape. Kind of cool. The theme of the new Alliance raid is about the 12, which are the deities of Eorzea. That's cool. They'll list all of them at a later date here. They've also added some new cosmetic items, like some casual clothes. Just new crafting patterns. We'll have to find out where they're from. No idea. But new casual wear, essentially. They've changed the name of the Fortune Egg. Don't know what that means. Classification on certain items has been changed to rare. The following items can be equipped regardless of gender. So they're making certain armor sets just not male or female locked, which is cool. It's a lot of actual cosmetic armor. The Rathalos gear is down here, so they're just making it one set of Rathalos armor. The Frontier set can be wearable by either gender, that's fine. Cool. This is neat too. So you can upgrade crafted 580 items to 590. I believe this also happened in the past. It just always comes in the patch after launch. So 590 gear, you need to upgrade it with certificates. So the Hanish certificates of grade 1 import can be received from Rashti in exchange for... So what you do here is you craft 580 gear. So normally it's not always a 1-to-1. I can't remember. But you basically turn in your crafted 580 armor and you get a token that you then use a token to buy the 590. It might be a bit of a 1-to-1. I'm not remembering how this worked in Shadowbringers because I only saw it once. But you basically, if you're a character that mostly is a crafting one and you don't do endgame raiding, this is how you can upgrade your gear. At least 10 eye levels. Which is neat, by just making more crafted armor, I suppose. So new items added to the inventory of the Calamity Salvagers. I wonder what this is. Because the Calamity Salvagers are normally things that you throw away that are part of like job and role quests. But you can always go back and buy them. I wonder what they've added. They've fixed the observe action for crafters. Okay. This is neat. You'll be able to check the required collectability of crafted items during your synthesis or trial synthesis now. So this is a thing you always forgot. Obviously, you want to make when you make crafted gear to make collectibles to turn into vendors. Obviously, you want to max it out, right? You want to get max collectability. Now, sometimes you might be able to not do that depending on how good your gear is. So showing where your collectability tiers are is kind of neat on the UI. Currently, you can't do this in game. You have to look at the NPC that you turn stuff into and remember. They fixed some animations for Disciple of the Land, for both fishing and then for botanist and miner. Okay. Icon for the botanist action collector's focus has been changed. New items have been added to gathering points. So there's new resources at current gathering nodes in the game and new fish, which will be part of the new materials you need for the new cosmetics and stuff. Okay. Requirements for catching fish via spear fishing have been added to the fishing log. Okay. Text color for custom deliveries has been adjusted. Fishers will earn a greater possible reward when submitting large size fish. I haven't done much fishing, so I don't know if that's good or not. Yeah, we're getting 20 glamour plates now, up from 15. So this is in the game right now. This is your glamour plates. Oh, can't look at them here. Currently we have 15, so we're adding 20. So that's enough to have one per job, I believe. And they can be used in any sanctuary. You can't use them during duties regardless of location, but now there's more places you can apply them. Like right here where I'm standing, I'll probably be able to adjust my glamour plate here because it's a sanctuary rest zone because there is a aetheryte right next to me. But right now I can't because they're not flagged right there. Level cap for desynthesis has been increased, so there might be new materials behind desynth as well. This is the new mount from the new trial. This is one of the Endwalker winged kitty cat things. New chocobo barding has been added. This is the PvP one. It matches the new PvP set. New minions. Little corgi buddy or whatever. There's a lot of new minions. This is one picture. There's like a bunch of new ones. New fashion accessories, which unfortunately you can't use in battle. New parasol animation. The layout for fashion accessory window has been adjusted now. Okay. More system stuff. Listed order of customizable options during character creation has been adjusted. So they've cleaned up character creation, maybe? Also applies to characterization after using the Vial of Fantasia. Okay. Following additions and adjustments have been also made to the market board. Yeah, so a new subsection of miscellaneous registerable have been added to the obtained or registered something else such as minions or orchestrion role stuff. Oh, you can see if you have it or not. So unobtained or unregistered only, so you can sort through if you literally have something. And there's a new orange check mark on things you have collected, which I have in the game right now via a plugin that just puts in the tooltip obtained yes or obtained no. So that will be not needed anymore because the game, which seems so strange that it is not in the game to begin with, but now that's being added. You can add wish list, add to favorites. Retainer adjustments, so level ranges for ventures are now ordered from highest level to lowest level. I don't know, Nico. They've cleaned up something about character customization, surely. I guess they felt like they needed to. New items can be attained from quick exploration ventures, so they're adding more loot to them. New ventures are added, so the new higher level venture, I assume. You will now be notified if items placed on the market board become prohibited or obsolete. You can create a retainer comment. So you can, like, what retainer is holding what. Okay. Because you can have a lot of retainers, so that's fun. For following additions and adjustments have been made to achievements and titles. Okay. Sure. They've improved their new achievement panel system so that currently it looks like this, and the things you haven't done yet look very similar to things you have done. So they're making it so that the things you haven't done yet now, they're just making it so it's the, I guess, the contrast. Just it's more dim, shaded down for unfinished achievements. This is the new adventure plate system. It's basically a fully customizable, and you can unlock different plates and different customizable, you know, backgrounds and accents through different content in the game. But this is stuff that some players will have a lot of fun with. It's very RP oriented. Very cool. I will probably make a basic one for my character and then never touch it again. That's just how I think the system is, but you can make an adventure plate for your profile. You can make an adventure plate for PvP. You can make one for every single individual job. So you can customize them quite a bit. This image here of your character is also something you pose, like G-pose yourself. You choose this frame and the colors and all this stuff. You can do all these things. This is the G-pose sort of back end. You can change your pose and your expression. You can change your plate design and your profile and what you do, and when you're online during the day. It's like shows when you're available for stuff, all the privacy settings on when you see them. Link it to gear sets, so certain gear sets which are linked to certain job sets have certain freaking adventure plate sets. Just a ton if you're into that stuff. It's a wild system. Again, I'll probably make one for my character and then that'll be it. That'll be it. Yeah. Dream fitting is also new here. This is going to be where you can go to a in-room bed and try the Mog station stuff on your character before you buy it. But more booba slider? Come on. There's plenty of booba slider. It's also funny that there's even booba slider at all in this game. Perverts. But also, why is there not a butt slider? Why can't I have no butt like I have in real life? My bun actually has... Oh, I don't know. That looks like no butt to me. Maybe by default, buns have no butt. So maybe I'm alright. I'm alright. We're still going. An option to automatically target enemies when executing a target-based attacks has been added. So they've added a functionality where if you just hit an ability, it will auto-target, I guess, the closest thing. Yeah, players may choose to prioritize either line of sight or closest target. This could be accessibility to help with maybe disabled people that maybe have to use alternate methods of interacting with, because if you can just tab target or right click, then you're already targeting something. But just helpful. Auto target setting seems good. Could help for controller players too as well. Just to hit a button on your controller and just start attacking the nearest thing, so you don't have to like tab over or select it however controllers select things. That could be cool. Very helpful. Just, yeah. Or for lazy people, says Nico. Also, sure. Or for lazy people. Following adjustments have been made to the NPC Accompaniment System. So this is an Endwalker-based system where you will do missions with NPCs that accompany you or that you walk with. So as long as you remain in the same area, you will no longer become separated from accompanying NPCs when using the Aetheryte or riding mounts. However, some NPCs may temporarily disappear in the event of riding mounts or swimming, but they will then still be accompanying you, and the location of conversation points will now appear on the map. Okay, very nice. That is helpful. This is a neat system in Endwalker, and I wonder, it'll probably be something they use forward, but nothing in the game before Endwalker has this, where you walk around with an NPC and then you can do like extra dialogue points and talk to them during the quest. It's actually quite cool. There are a number of these to great effect in Endwalker, but it's purely for RP. If you don't care, you can just walk to the end point of the quest and finish it and move on or whatever, but this is a nice little adjustment. The display of gear set names has been adjusted to reflect job and item level individually now. Ah, okay. Because that... So, Gear set 1, equipped, gunbreaker icon, gunbreaker eye level. Gear set 1 or 2, equipped. Okay, so they're just separating the eye level to not be part of the name in your gear list. Okay. Just a slight adjustment to the UI, that's fine. So additions and adjustments have been made to the currency window. So you can see your bicolor gemstones and your trophy crystals. Oh. And the currency settings function has also been added, allowing you to customize which currencies you display on the HUD. So right now in game, it's just this. Whoops. It's just this. It only just shows guild, company, seals, ventures, MGP. As I get, remember, there's battle currencies, other, and tribal. So it looks like in common currencies, you can just select which ones you want to see, and there'll be 5. But yeah, seeing my bicolor gemstones would be good, because the only place to see them other than here is to open your entire Shared Fate catalog, and it's in the top corner, which is also fine, but it's a currency you should be able to see in your currency tab, so that's helpful. Okay. Sure, why not? For the drop-down menu, you can select up to 5 different currencies which to display. You may change which currency is displayed on the HUD by performing the following steps. Yep, that's fine. The sub-commands have been added to the dyeing interface, search by item and link. Okay. Better look through all the dye you may have in your inventory, I suppose. When traveling to a free destination or using aetheryte tickets to teleport, the amount of gil expended will no longer appear in the log window. I guess they're just removing irrelevant information from being spammed in the chat to reduce server ping, I guess, or reduce some server pings. And system notifications, including confirmation of market sales, are no longer displayed during quest or duty-related cutscenes. Okay, so you won't see, like, your adventure is complete. So that's good. That's fine. Wait, which shit was so annoying, Nico? And wait, what was... That was a thing? Oh, what? Showing up in your chat box? I guess so, yeah. And yeah, market sales won't happen during cutscenes, so you won't get the pop-up like, your blah 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 has sold on the market board for, 69 gil right in the middle of a cutscene with, Estinian. Renewal period for mentor certification has ended. Players who have not renewed their certification after release of 6.0 will no longer be mentors. However, they may be rectified providing they meet the current... Oh, so if you were a mentor before but didn't recertify, you have to redo the quests to do so. Sure. New dungeons are available in the Explorer mode. I've never, ever done an Explorer mode dungeon, ever. But you can do this in the game settings where you go into a dungeon and it's just empty and you just walk around and you can take pictures, I guess. Sure. The duties that can be recorded have changed. The duties that can be recorded. I don't know what that means. Recorded. Some feature I don't know about in the game? Or maybe this is... I don't know what that is. It's not like a spoiler thing or something. I don't know. Trust interface additions. So duty finder support, duty support. Just updates to the UI, I guess. Yeah, here's the check mark icon for items you've obtained or registered. This little orange chick. So you can now, if you look through the mount tab or the minions tab or look through orchestrion roles on the board, you can see if you have it or not. In the event that player spends 30 consecutive days outside their homeworld by means of the world visit system, they will automatically be returned to their homeworld upon their next login. Are people doing this? This is weird. If you travel to a different world and then just stay there, that's weird. So different system configs for PS4, PS5, wireless controller settings. Yeah, this is the character configuration menu for the auto target stuff. Character config menu, things for controllers. The following text commands have been added. So drawing your weapon, sheathing your weapon, determined stance, content, adventure, plate, portrait. Okay. Weird that you couldn't draw or sheath your weapon with a console command. Additions have been added to the auto translation dictionary. This is for players who don't speak the language of the server they're on. New trophies for PS5. New music, sound effects, and voices have been added. This is such a weird patch note. That's the end, actually. Soken tweeted out this picture. He took a picture of just this, that there's new music and sound effects. So the immersive spatial audio updates, equalizer mode, and accounts with entry subscriptions can now create up to 8 characters per world. Okay. And that's everything. Good lord. It took an hour to go through all that? There's so much. I mean, not all of it matters, or not all of it is like really like system oriented or like class and job focused, but it's so many little things. Just an absolute huge smattering of just things being added, changed, adjusted, updated. Just a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Check your G poses on the free company. Okay. Look at this G poses. We G posin'. Uh-huh. And a wink for cute Stora. Hate that. God damn it, Stora. So dumb. So incredibly done. Suddenly a ton of Severus Snape gifs in the other channel? What the heck? Oh, Scrappy and Kitty going at... Okay, uh-huh. Yep, okay. That's fine. Just a lot going on there. Yeah, but that's that. So I want one thing, and that is voice acting for the main raids. I know. So Gorek's been catching up. I've been helping him catch up on stuff before he jumps into Endwalker. So we did all of Eden, and then we did all of Omega, and then we did all of the weapons refrain stuff as well. So he has all the weapons done. So he has everything that really ties to the expansion, or anything that would have any relevance in how the expansion plays out, right? With characters and whatever. And he was saying the same thing. You get to these really cool moments and you have to read everything. And it's weird because I just don't know how they budget the time for their... for the voice actors over there, because it clearly just can't be a money thing. Unless Square Enix is just rolling in all of this, you know, recent huge surge in popularity and sales and then just keeping it for themselves or redistributing it in some way. I don't know. Because paying a voice actor is only determined by scheduling, if they're available, and then at least over here, it's you pay by the page. Every page equals X on their, you know, amount, whatever their rate is, right? So It just seems wild to me that they... Because the raids don't have a ton of voice acting. Hey, look. It's doing. They don't have a ton of voiced lines, but it would be so much better if they spoke. And they just don't. They don't even really talk during the boss fights either, which is so strange. It's one of the things that you definitely not took for granted, but got way used to within World of Warcraft is they take the time to make, you know, the bosses say things when they do attacks and do abilities, but in 14 it's kind of weird. It's silent. Like even Hesperos, when he does this huge crazy transformation from part 1 to part 2, it's totally, there's like sound effects and music, but he doesn't talk. It's all just a chat bubble. So there's no, you know, crazy vampire guy, you know, and there's nothing. There's no noise. It's just or no voice. It's strange. It's just a little bit empty sometimes. And that definitely is a point of feedback for sure. If they could ever voice the raids and trial series. Because the Alliance raid has voices in the new trailer. The bosses are talking. So maybe it's a new thing they'll maybe have going forward. But I don't know if they'll ever go back and update them. Because raid bosses that don't talk, it's this extra emptiness that is just kind of strange. You know? Yeah. It's just, it's a little bit empty sometimes. But that's it. But yeah, alright, let's, I guess I have to restart my computer after this. I can't open things on my, my desktop. Something is weird. One moment. Let's change the music up real quick. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Change it up. All right. Gorek, I'm sorry I had to remind you. Can you give me a page number, sir? Let's wrap down with some strange history, because it is dinner time. Little actually after dinner time, but... Strange history, me, Gorek. Give me a page number between 1 and 204. Hopefully it's not already taken. Then I'm gonna go have some food, and then hang out on Discord, maybe do some Destiny stuff. Maybe work on the role quest stuff still. 65, he says. 65 is already taken by a gentleman by the name of Gorek, actually. A week ago. This man likes the number 65. So yeah, how about another page number? 55. 55 has been taken by Mutton back on the 18th of March. All right, last try. Not really, but one more time. You can do it. And before he says 45, I'm going to pre-select the page and see. Don't pick 45. 45 was taken by Nick on the 11th of March. Am I going to do 35 now? 35? Do we have 35? Going once? Going twice? 35? And before. And before 95 or something. Okay, you said 35. Alright, we got there. We got there. Okay. 35 is good to go. The entry reads, Who was Merlin? Historians have tracked down 4 possibilities that may point to the inspiration for this strange wizard. And this is a double pager. And it has some goofy artwork on it too. There he is. All right, who was Merlin? Let's look at these 4 things. All right. The boy who saw dragons. In the 5th century, when Britain's king, is it Vortigern, British Britain's king Vortigern's tower kept falling down. A lot of proper nouns. His wise men told him to kill a fatherless boy and mix his blood into the cement to fix it. The hell? The boy said there was a lake with dragons under the tower, and he was right about the lake. So the king executed his not-so-wise men and gave their job to the orphan named Merlin. All right, or the madman of the forest. A Scottish tale tells of a man named Hydaelyn, who was the bard of King... Oh my god, these names. Of King Gwendoleu, who had 2 giant birds that wore golden collars and ate 4 men a day. Tragedy struck in the year 573 when Gwendoleu lost a bloody battle in southern Scotland. 300 of his soldiers were killed. Hydaelyn blamed himself for the defeat and fled into the forest for 50 years. He went mad in there, but gained the ability to see the future. How about the warrior bard? A Roman noble named Ambrosius Aurelius stayed behind in Britain when the Roman legions left. A fierce warrior, Aurelius, united the Britons and led them to victory against Anglo-Saxon invaders. And then, as the story goes, he gave up his power to a young man named Arthur, who became king and made Aurelius his trusted advisor. Okay. And finally, lost in translation. In Welsh writings, Merlin is called Myrddin. But some say Myrddin isn't a name at all. It's a job title for a bard. So, Merlin Ambrosius, a name that shows up on Welsh lists of bards, means the bard Ambrosius. Others say the name Merlin isn't really the best translation of Myrddin. The word was first translated into Latin as Myrdinus, or Myrdinus. And then Geoffrey of Monmouth changed the D to an L and came up with Merlinus. Why the change? Geoffrey didn't want his wizard to have the name that sounded like the French words for merde, which meant poop. Probably just merde. M-E-R-D-E, merde. So there are the 4 possibilities for the inspiration of the wizard Merlin. Huh. That's a wild one. I think I've only ever heard of like one of those before. I feel like I've mostly heard of the whole man went mad in the forest thing. Never heard of the kill a fatherless boy and mix his blood into the cement to fix my tower that fell. Or the whole warrior bard Anglo-Saxon thing. Or the Welsh lost in translation stuff. Neat. Who was Merlin? There you go. Who was Merlin? Very good. All right, friends. Thank you for tuning in today. I will see you all again on Monday. For last minute prep before 6.1. Although I might just take the time to get ready for multi-streaming because, well, no, there's no game Monday. We'll play something else on Monday. I don't know. I'll think about it because the servers will be down like all freaking day. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll probably do 3 days in a row next week for the new content. I'll go with that. So hit the like button if you enjoyed hanging out today. It helps me out a lot here on the channel, as well as subscribing, which you have to do to talk so the bots don't talk in chat, or the join button, or, I don't know, other buttons of such nature. But y'all have a great night, have a great morning, whatever comes first. And I will see you back here soon with stuff and or things.